guardian of order.
The Kingdom of Cothique is a coastal realm, its people shrewd and hardy sea folk. Their people are known for their wanderlust and spend as much time possible on their seafaring ventures. These waters require hardy sailors, as it's filled with all sorts of monstrous creatures, stirred up by the collapse of northern Ulthuan many centuries ago. Krakens, megalodons, and even the black leviathan lurks in the cold, murky waters of the north. What's unique about Cothique are that their palaces lie beneath the surface. Their walls are the land's alabaster rock, brilliantly polished and decorated with sapphires and silver. The grottos and halls are lit by the most accomplished mages of the realm. The finest of them were lost during the Sundering, when the lands of Ulthuan were torn apart. Their primary god, from the Elven Mandala, is Mathlin, the Lord of the Deeps. He is known to be an uncaring and indifferent god to the plights of his worshippers. He's also worshipped by the sailors of Marienburg and even the Black Ark Corsairs. The Black Rain by Patron Martinovsky. The Black Rain is known for its capacity to make the sky rain black arrows on their enemies. Only accomplished archers are permitted to join their ranks, tested for their accuracy while shooting on unsteady boats during sea storms. And we have one more unit to introduce. The Wings are an odd sort, made by patron Helheim Unbound. These particular elves have a taste for dwarven crafts. The Iron Maiden is one of the few elvish privateers who has been given the right to dock in Barak-Var. This company is formed from the riggers of the Iron Maiden, and they are given their name because of their skills at what allows their ship to fly across the seas. They have since been conscripted by the Sea Lord. We are now on a new turn, and we have a new event. Signed, sealed, delivered. It has been discovered that the Keeper of the Seal, who controls the officiating of all documents with the Mark of Lothern, has been abusing his position, using the seal on menial personal documents to enhance his power and prestige. Now, I always want more influence. I can use it for new lords, new heroes, and so I'll use 750 gold to replace him. Goodbye now. The Sea Lord Aislinn has been busy pacifying the lands of Albion. Many rebels have cropped up, and each one has been put down, allowing him to rank up a few times now. We have 2 skill points to use. Now later, at 18, I'm going to pick up the Storm Dragon. We already have our Herald of Mathlin. They say Aislinn is being kept safe by Mathlin himself, and so we know all about that. It gives him a burst of life-saving hit points, and also it makes him quite vigorous again. He will no longer be tired in combat. For right now though, we'll take Sea Lord, plus 40% to our leadership aura size, and plus 10 to his character's aura leadership effect. That means anyone close to him will have 10 more leadership. And we'll finally pick up Red Mist. We'll begin to move over here to the right-hand side of our red skill tree, again enhancing our infantry units. Eventually I want to change up my army to where I only have my naval units, but that will take time. Now that we're done doing that, we also have another building to build. We had the Hawk Ship Patrol, we built a Sea Patrol, now we're going to build a cruising fleet. An Eagle flagship leading a large squadron of Hawk ships, fast and well equipped, carrying enough marines for quick incursions, providing plus 12 to fleet growth and plus 2 to our horde recruitment capacity. Again, we are a hybrid faction. And all around, I'm currently busy improving our buildings, getting new buildings. In fact, we can get a new agent over here, a mage. I'll be sure to look at them. I'm not sure which type of magic I want to pick up yet, but again, due to our high influence, we can find someone who has really good traits. For now though, let's have a look. Over in Langui, I would like to build up the royal garrison. I have no idea who might come to attack us. We could also use a building for white lions. A grove would be ideal. All Asur need a place to contemplate and prepare, for battle will come here soon. That means we have what? Great eagles and white lions will be able to pick up. White lions are incredibly good and closer to tabletop. We'll take that. And now we can end our turn. In time though, we will be getting more trade treaties. In fact, Midland decided to pay me for a trade treaty. They want what I have right now, which are a bunch of elven trinkets. I don't know why. But my goal is to come over here to grab more treasure. Here's a giant sea corpse. We might be able to get 8,000 gold. Then over here, we can get more gold by fighting another group of Vampire Coast pirates. And elsewhere, we have our own people invading the Druki lands. If you're here, oh man, Tyrion, rank 16 already. He's doing a great job. Oh well, we're gonna help out. We have more technology completed. Appoint sea masters. Those among the Sea Guard who show better than average aptitude may find themselves promoted in due course. We gain +2 to our recruit rank for all Loather and Sea Guard units. For more technology, why don't we work on military advancements too? 1500 gold later, we'll be able to pick up precise fletching over here. The world's best archers require the very best arrows. We'll gain 10% more missile damage and 20% more ammunition as well. We do have a mage now. She won't be here for a few turns, but we do have her recruited. Her name is High Seer Lorlas, and she's on her way. And I haven't forgotten about you, Warden Lavendale. You're at rank 9. You've got 2 skill points to assign. I'm going to give to him right now Blade Master and Foe Seeker. So now he has more melee attack and, of course, a new ability giving him more speed in battle and vigor. Now, I could build up another building for my fleet right away. High Sea Marines. The Sea Guard is known for its disciplined efficiency, both on board and on preemptive maneuvers. That gives me a higher capacity for Eagle Claw bolt throwers, +2 capacity for Loather and Sea Rangers, and a lesser chance for enemies to act against me. So I would be able to recruit new units whenever I'm leaving my towns. Very cool. But for now, I would like to move on. I would like to get some gold. We're fully patched up. I cannot wait to get some magic though. I need some magic. So we have found a sea creature's body, a corpse. We'll loot it. Now that is a very minor battle. We're not going to fight this battle out. We will fight the one that will get me much more gold over to the west. But no, if you had a bigger army, I would love to fight you. I could take up some more gold, but I'm okay. Instead, I'm going to kill them off and gain more experience. That's one option. Usually I do pick up replenishment, but I want my units to be more talented in combat. There we go, 8,000 more gold. And we've gained a new trait, Brave. Insane Courage, clearly rolled a double 1. +4 to charge and +5 to leadership. Now I wonder, can I make it back to land? I can. There we go. Now we can patch up, then move over here to the Skull Reef. At rank 18, we can finally pick up our Storm Dragon. Check out our stats now. 2,097 to 8,991. 90 armor to 110. A lot more weapon strength. A larger charge bonus will cause fear and terror. Oh, here we go. Now our campaign truly begins. When it comes to building, what do I want? I can upgrade my capital. Tor Koruali. Let's do that right now. And now that I think about it, we need to rename a few locations here. We should do that. Okay, so I'm building up my walls, a royal garrison. Those charged with the defense of Ulthuan royalty will not hesitate or relent in the prosecution of their enemies. Indeed. And over here, we'll turn our docks into a harbor, giving us what? 200 more gold and 10 more growth. Not bad at all. See, these are Bretonnian lands, but they used to be Elven lands. We're just taking back what once belonged to us. We're not in the wrong, they are. They shouldn't be here. They've got plenty of land elsewhere. I don't know why they're here. Anyway, let's get ready for a new fight. Now we have some news updates here. First off, I've got to one day destroy the terrors of the Dark Straits. That army is quite large and also quite powerful. I don't know when I'll fight them. But over here we have what? An alliance between Illyrian and Lotharan. Bretonnia and Baston have confederated. We've encountered the Agholes. What a name. And we've completed some technology. Good. It'll take time for me to pick up precise fletching, but it will be worthwhile. Then later we'll pick up more armor, and who knows what else we'll pick up. It'll all change as we proceed through our campaign. But for now, it's about time to move on. We need to head right over here.
Moving out.
Okay, so what we can do, we can flank or go to flank speed and get a bit closer. So hopefully in like one more turn, we'll be able to fight that battle. And all the while, our High Seer is continuing to move towards us. I'm not sure what unit I'll get rid of just yet, but we'll find out when she's over there. Can I build any new buildings? I cannot. We'll just need a bit of time before I'm able to do a little bit more. Here's a pretty major battle where I'm going to show you the full might of Sea Lord Aislinn. Without him, we could lose so many soldiers. We've got one flying unit, and he's got a Storm Dragon's Breath. His weapon strength 561, charge bonus 88, melee attack 67, melee defense 53, and an armor of 130. He's pretty durable. He should be okay. He even has some regeneration, though he is quite weak to fire damage. They have 3 rotting leviathans, 1 group of death guard. These guys have 101 weapon strength. If they are to attack me in melee, we're done for. They have 2 groups of mortars and 1 group for a carronade. There's a Storm Dragon's Breath shooting right through their mortar crew. Our goal is to not only distract them, but to weaken them. We're only charging in to go after their artillery crew because we can fly back out. If they were all bunched up in a tighter formation, then I wouldn't do that. They would easily surround me and destroy me, but thankfully they cannot do that. They have used a Spirit Leech on Aislinn. He's at 48 kills right now. Let's go over our own formation. It's right over here. Again, we'll be keeping tight formations. I can't be as mobile in every fight as I want to until we change up our army composition, which I'll do whenever I have time, but I've had no time. I've had to push on to each battle. We have over here on our right flank, our White Reapers, the White Lions of Crace, the Scions of Mathlon. On the front lines, we've got Spearmen. In front of them, Lothern Sea Guardsmen. Our leader, Warden Lavendale, is waiting with all of them. It's a very bright battle. It's on the snowy plains right now. Lothern Sea Rangers are on our left flank. We have our Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers called Balls of Vanquishers right in the middle too. They're waiting. They're key to winning this battle. Elsewhere, we have our Swift Brothers way out here, and we also have Illyrian Reavers waiting in the woods. Whenever they have their chance to strike, they will take it. We're here to fight for 20,000 gold and potentially a magical artifact. We usually get a follower too. These pirates have got to be put down. Our leader has nearly 100 destroyed. He's taken a lot of damage, so you can see he's not unstoppable. It's not like the Red Duke, who could potentially challenge an entire army on his own. He's being hit by a carronade. It's quite accurate. But I've got to sacrifice a bit of his own vitality, his own health here, in order for us to win this battle without losing a great portion of our army. That is my goal. And we do have replenishment that will help heal him up after the battle. So maybe we'll be okay. Maybe there's going to be, there we go, another Storm Dragon's Breath, taking out one of those mortars. This bloody crew is about to be put back into the watery grave they belong to. The Rotting Leviathans, how much health do they have right now? We're looking at over 4,000 for that one. It's been damaged. 4,700 over here. They're pretty tough. If I look at my Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers, they've got 2 types of shots. One that's meant to go after infantry, but I'm going to be using the standard shot to go after large creatures. I mean, look at the missile damage over here. 583 armor piercing damage, a reload time of 15 seconds, a range of 260. They can take 29 shots total. So we're all pretty strong. Look at that. Regeneration. Oh wait, we all have regeneration, really? I did not pick up Bound by Mathlon. Huh. I'll have to go look at what I have. Did I pick it up? Am I mad? I might be. Well, that's really interesting. Anyway. Volley Fire. Missile damage up by 5%. Armor piercing damage up by 5%. Let's have a look at what's happening. Their army is moving up. While that is going on, our leaders come back around to go after that mortar crew. They do have a carronade crew elsewhere, right over here. Sure, it's able to deal a lot of damage, but I've got mounted units to help out with that. So here we go. Now it's time for our artillery to hit. Here they come. Eventually, we're going to reach some manner of roadblock where an army is going to be a huge challenge to me, but it's only a Skull Reef army. I'm focusing everything I can on that one group of Death Guard. You can see how quickly they're dropping. I'll be showing battles to you in a more cinematic and tactical view. I try to have a nice balance of the two. I explain every thought I have, everything that I'm doing, and why I'm doing it. And look at that. That unit is about to abscond. They're about to forfeit their position. That Rotting Leviathan is moving in, but we're focusing all of our volleys on it right now. They're using a Spirit Leech on our Warden, and he's being under attack by quite a few units too. There's 2 more on my right flank, but we're still taking out that one right over here. It's been slain. It's gone now. Let's have a look. One of our elves has been captured and eaten alive. How brutal. What's over here? Another rotting Leviathan charging right into my archers. If you look elsewhere, we have our mounted units now charging in, going after that carronade crew. That carronade is now gone. We no longer need to worry about it. Elsewhere, our Dragon Lord. He's attacking more enemies with a final Dragon Storm Breath. Elsewhere, these rotting Leviathans have been butchered. They are no longer around. That's a total of 3 that have been slain. They were no match for me. I've got Eagle Claw bolt throwers and high damage for my missile damage. If we look at what's left, there's not too many. They had a ranged group over here that's now gone, which means they only have their leader, their admiral, and a few undead units who are left. We just need to wait on them, then we'll attack them all. It is now time for all of them to fall. They're advancing and being hit. If we look at their armor or lack thereof, they only have 5 per group. Northern Sea Guard, 64 kills. My other group, 61 kills. And my Rangers are so powerful. They're at over, now, 60, 70 kills. Still killing more of them. We only have 1 enemy to worry about. Their leader. Where did he even go to? Oh, he died right over here. Well, it's over now. That was a very enjoyable battle that we won. We fought against a major vampire pirate army and won. Over here, we've gained Armor of Silvered Steel, providing +10 to armor to its wearer. We've gained 20,000 gold. Now I'm going to have so much gold, I'll be able to upgrade whenever I want to, whenever we have higher tiered settlements. And I've gained a Creation Scout. He watches and waits. Yeah, no kidding. Constantly alert and ready for Druki incursions through the passes of his homeland. You're far from home, but I'm glad you're here now. Our chance to deter enemy ambushes has gone up by 30%. Campaign line of sight up by 15%. That's a really good follower to have. Now, why don't we move back home, or try to? We need to get out of those deep seas. Over here, we've got rank 19 for Aislinn. We'll give him loose. The authorization to loose arrows without adherence to drill makes for an irregular and therefore far deadlier Hell of Pointed Death, providing a new passive ability, +10 to reload skill. They'll be able to shoot a little bit faster. Now, our High Seer is on the way. She'll be here very soon. We'll need to get rid of 1 unit. We have nothing to really upgrade right now. Whenever we go into combat, I am going to use Invocation of Hoeth, providing for her 50% more XP. I don't have a Lore Master right now. Hopefully one day I'll be able to pick one up. We have so many buildings built back at home, but I need to build more than what I have right now. Musion, don't stay here. Look at Musion. They own so much land now. They own Bordelot, Acatin, Musion, and Lyonesse. I feel like Bretonnia is going to fall, and it might be my fault. I'm not too sure, though. We do have an enemy back over here that we'll need to take down. I'm not sure what we're going to do about that foe. We'll have to figure that out. But we could just raise up a new leader. I've got the gold for it. We'll think about that very soon. Like over here, she would be quite deadly. I mean, look at that weapon strength for Illyrian Reavers and Silverhelms. Though I would rather get something else, but I mean, that could be very, very good. Or Aneris over here provides a lot of post-battle loot, 50% more. Wow. Then we have Drill Master. That's also very good. 5% more speed, vigor loss reduction, medium, and a further 10% campaign movement range, or even Peer of Heart. I mean, we have so many options. I think I will opt for a newer character like a Sea Helm, but a prince or princess is quite tempting too, so I shall think about that, because having a troop of silver helms charging down is always quite nice. But for now, we're done with our current turn, turn 45. Another new event, Favor of the Phoenix. The courtiers align themselves before the court, all vying for royal attention and favor, sycophantic but necessary. The Ever-Queen cares not for such pandering, and so the dispensation of favor falls to the Phoenix King. The mages of Caldor, the horse masters of Valyrian, and the stalwart defenders of Cothique all prostrate themselves before him. You know what, I might be a bit biased, but we're going for Cothique for +8 to melee defense. I lose only, what, 5 influence? Who really cares? I don't. Now let's head over here. I would like to replenish, then we can move back over to the Troll Fort, burn it down. Oh, they have a big army led by him. Let me tell you, if you want a guy to fear, oh boy, Styrbjorn is a very scary champion of chaos. We'll be fighting him very, very soon. Now let's have a look around here. It's about time for you to come join me, though you are only rank 1. That may change in the future. We'll need to get rid of 1 unit. I do have a lot of archers. I will get rid of 4th Company Black Rain. That way she's able to join, as I do already have a lot of archers, but now we can get some magic in here. Do I have anything to give you? I could give you some armor. Actually, I will do that. Here's a ward save as well. I don't want you dying. Salt of Stone. 1 arcane item, and you can have 1 follower. Hopefully in time we'll have more. She also has the Negator. Not every cloud has a silver lining. Overcast Spell, the Enfeebling Foe, upgraded, and Mystifying Miasma, upgraded. So she comes with a few default spells, and I thought that would be very interesting to have for her type of magic. Okay, it's time for me to upgrade whatever I want to. Vidabar's reach is closer to the enemies that we have, so we'll build that up to tier 3. Then Cothique will be ready in 2 turns. We still have a major enemy army over here. A rank 8 leader. I will need to eventually build up my own leader and army, but that will come in time. For now, I will see you on that battlefield very soon. Egil Styrbjorn, he's on his way right now, leading quite the large army. Currently, Sea Lord Aislinn is flying ahead, scouting out the positions of our foes. It's very important information that could change up how we approach the battle. While they are approaching, let's go over our own formation. We are right over here waiting for them. There are open fields where they can come to us. Every mounted unit that we have, like our Swift brothers, are waiting in the woods nearby. Currently, they are hidden. Back here, we have our spearmen on the front lines. Our scions are right behind them, providing that ward save of 8%. Behind my scions, I've got 3 companies. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Company of the Black Rain. All of my archers are ready, dealing 31 missile damage, which is quite a bit whenever you have a range of 160. Down over here, we have our Lothern Sea Guard, 32 missile damage, and they're on my left and right flanks. Behind them, we have over here our 1st and 2nd groups of Val's Vanquishers. And finally, we have 1st and 2nd Company of the Wings waiting in reserve. And naturally, the White Reapers are waiting too. Now it's time to look at what they're doing. We have our leader again flying right over them. If we can destroy anything at all, it's imperative that we do so. There's a Storm Dragon's Breath going right through some Marauders. These men are not going to get far, not today. My goal is to easily and hopefully early on take on Egil. If we do not, he will destroy us. 481 weapon strength, 50 charge bonus, 82 for melee attack. And he has magical damage. The guy is a juggernaut. Let's have a look over here. He's all about corn. I mean, he's got twin hell-forged battle axes of the High Jarl of, what's it called? Strovengard. Wow. So we need to take him out early on. One day I will play as him. But for now, we're gonna fight him. Now it's time for my archers to act. Here they go. You can see their arrows now taking flight. These men do not have a lot of shields, and because of that, they will pay dearly for it. You can see how many volleys are hitting them right now. And we also have our Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower. Here he comes. He's buffing up. He's coming right into the fight. Oh, there he goes. A few volleys have hit him. Unfortunately, there's some friendly fire coming in with that. We should redirect quickly. He's charged in. Their javelins have already been hit. We have our leader on the left flank. He's coming down after Egil, who's already killed 11, and he's about to kill many more if we do not take care of him. But here comes the massive wave of Norsemen. Awakening of the Wood from our mage, already hitting their units, weakening them. They're still charging in. We still have units moving in like our Lord Lavendil. There's the Golden Hounds of Gehenna from their own shaman, scoring and wreaking havoc through my spearmen's ranks right now. If we look at the damage, it's really unfathomable. They need to hold though. Here comes more of them. We're holding right now. They have men coming in through the woods. They'll be fighting for a period of time. We have our White Lions and our Sea Companies all moving in to go fight them. So they're trying hard together to take them on. They have a weapon strength of 28, and there's many of them too. Here comes a bunch of Norscan ice trolls. They're charging in. Egil is nearly gone now. He couldn't take on a dragon. Here comes a charge from our Silver Helms, and we have our Illyrian Reavers too. We just need to bring him down. Look at that detail in his gear and his armor, but he has been put down. While he is not dead, he is wounded. We no longer need to worry about him. My knights, my silver helms, my reavers, they're moving back. All the while, every time our foes break, we can go after them with more volleys again and again. Look at that. Another attack from behind. There's only so many to worry about. Let's get a tactical overview. Here comes another wave right now. We're holding, we're defeating them. Every single volley is too devastating for them to really endure. Over in the woods, we're about to break them all. The White Lions of Cothique have already dealt so much damage. The first company over here of the Wings has gotten 22 kills. Our White Reapers, 33 kills, but now they're moving over to the left flank. We're largely out of magic, but here comes more of them. We have our Eagle Claw bolt throwers targeting all of them. And over here on the left flank, what are we looking at? We're looking at Marauder Spearmen. They currently have what? Only 3 kills. These trolls are more of a problem, but these trolls are being hit by our leader, the Sea Lord Aislinn. That's why we are so well geared to fight Norsemen. They're strong, don't get me wrong, but we can shoot them so much more than they can shoot us. I mean, it's fine if you hit hard, but look at my spears. These are organized spear walls, holding back everything they have. A few may drop, but we're gonna punish you so much more with every single volley. They're now beginning to break. These brave elves have done it. That's why the Lothern Sea Guard are one of my favorite units in the game. I don't know why it is, but I love every elven unit. They might not be as crazy in terms of design and style, but there's something about some organized spear wall that looks amazing. So the battle's over. We've done it. We've beaten them. Every single person here contributed to a grand victory. Now, we can move on. That was a challenging battle, but we won. It took a bit to get here, but we won. We lost 294. They really had the means to beat me, but thankfully, we were able to find a good location on that map to defend from, and we were able to fend off all of their attacks, and if we didn't have a Storm Dragon, we would not have been able to beat Egil. Now it's time for a bit of replenishment because we need it. 10% more replenishment coming to us here. Now it's time to burn down Trollford. 1 enemy killed. Opal Amulet. Okay, a ward save for 22 seconds. 22% damage resistance. Not bad. We've gained the Pure Main Company, the White Lions of Cothique, with hearts to match that of Corandus himself. The Pure Main Company are fearless. Ruin's End, +3 to leadership whenever fighting against Chaos and Norsca. Then, Butcher of Butcherer. It's not easy to kill a mighty champion of Khorne, but somehow this character did it. He now gains 30 more armor-piercing damage. That is a pretty big amount.
Protector of
and while we are here, well, I'll need to wait. I've got to get to friendly lands, I suppose. No, you've got to go. We cannot permit you to stay. I could sack it, sure. That would give me some replenishment, then we could destroy it on our following turn. But we're going to burn it down. More armor. And we've gained the final tier of this tree here for the trait Superior Attacker, +4 to leadership when attacking, 30% larger of a aura size, and +4 to melee attack. Gotcha. All right. Rank 20 for Aislinn, the Sea Lord. What shall we give you now? Well, I've got some pretty good soldiers, as many of you will know. They could use more armor, that is true. Oh, and courage for all fleet infantry and cav, rank 7 and above. Though it's really my archers who will have much more veterancy, like my sea rangers. My infantry are trying to get there, but they tend to die off. So we could wait. We could buff up more units too, like my Sea Company's men. And of course my Silver Helm Marines, which I do not have yet. There's a lot that I can pick up. I think I might encourage a few benefits later for his own personal combat prowess, but I think for now we're okay. Even though that is quite a bit of armor-piercing damage, it would allow him to break through any enemy lord's armor. But no, for now, let's grab Sea Guard Traditions, helping out my Lothern Sea Guard, and a few other units too. There we go, Sea Guard Traditions. The fundamentals of the Lothern Navy has always been discipline and firepower. Never forget that. And magic and dragons, but mostly discipline and firepower. Now for you, High Seer, you were only rank 1, but you actually did help a lot. I'm going to give to you Awakening of the Wood. There we are. And now we can end our turn. Our goal is to get away from here. Destroying him would be great, but I need to get back home, or I need to get to sea. That way I can replenish. I can't really do that just yet. so we'll have to wait for right now. And again, we're using him to scout ahead and to potentially use his Storm Dragon's Breath to weaken our foes before they even get to us. We're on the way right now. My goal, I believe, is to destroy what I can of any Norscan port. If they're unable to set sail, they cannot raid the shores of Ulthuan. Therefore, our people will be safe. If we have a look at what we have here, it's a pretty large enemy army. They do have many chariots and many marauder horsemen, but look at that. Evidently, they marched as they are very tired. They won't be getting to my lines without really being shot up by everything that I have. I doubt they'll be able to get too many kills, and currently our job is to get rid of a hell cannon. They do have a relatively small crew, and if we can get rid of it, they will have no ranged advantage. Hell cannons can deal so much damage, but they are fragile. Their fragility will prove to be their undoing. Much like that. If we look at it, the integrity of that hell cannon went down. Did they use a special ability? Because if they did, hold on, where did your heads go? Wait, hold on. That's terrifying. What happened? I don't want to know about your foul magic, Chaos Dwarves. But no, it's nearly gone now. Aislinn is moving away. Eventually, he'll need to move back to the front lines, but for now, we can use another attack on that hell cannon to get rid of it. That shot did not hit him. It went astray. 356 health left, and they have a bunch of headless Chaos Dwarfs. Again, I've never seen that, and I do indeed question it. Oh no. They're more powerful than I ever imagined. They don't need brains at all. Early on, I use our Sea Lord to lure their army in a goose chase. They're following me. Now there's a big thing to note about chariots. They have a very hard time in the woods, and here is Egil. Egil Sterbion only has 2 HP, so he's not going to be here for long. He's barely being held together. He's on a chariot now. He had a horse. A chariot is much more damaging. I mean, if he made it to my lines, look at that weapon strength now. His melee attack is not nearly as high, but 528 weapon strength, 81 charge bonus, my god. He would do so much. We have only 2,800 health for Aislinn. But watch him circle around right now. In fact, we can get a more cinematic view. I usually don't show every little bit of a battle like I'm doing right now, but I feel like it's very important to show you what I've done to further tire them out, allowing my army to rest up. If you have an advantage, you should use it. If they want to waste their time chasing him, so be it. But whenever we get that blasted hell cannon, my people again will be quite safe. There we go. Here it comes right now. And it is gone. We no longer need to worry about Chaos Dwarfs. Now we can focus on waiting for the main battle to come upon us. And here's my formation over here. We have spearmen in the middle, and on my right and left flanks. Our leadership is waiting in the middle too, like Warden Lavendale and High Seer Lorelas. Over on the right flank, we have our Lothern Sea Guard, we have our mounted units too, our White Reapers, our Lothern Sea Rangers. They're quite mighty. We did lose one group, but that is okay. On the left flank, I have my Illyrian Reavers, and here they come. If we can just get rid of Egil, that would be ideal, because one charge alone could kill over 20, 30 of my elves. Here he comes. My Eagle Claw bolt throwers are already sending out bolts. There he goes. He's down for the count. Maybe he'll be back later. What about that chieftain? If we can use our bolt throwers to get rid of that chieftain, and what a breeze on that cloak. It's going crazy. You need to calm down, sir. A few more bolts flying in. He's not moving quickly. Again, they're all very tired. Now he's running or riding away. What is he going to do? He's about to lose it. A few more bolts. And we took him down. Their leadership is gone. So now if we look at what they have, it's a bunch of chariots and horse masters, sure. But they're largely alone. Here they come. They're also moving through the woods, so they can't get clear lines of sight on my units. Here we go, we have some werekin. Now we're gonna use some magic to debuff them the entire time if we can. Whatever we can do to keep them weak. Our mage has access to more than life magic. We look at it, we've got a mystifying miasma, slowing them down, dealing damage, and the enfeebling foe. And we have more Norsemen on the way. That's how we can get rid of our enemies. So on the front lines, our volleys are destroying anyone who's charging in through those open fields. On the right flank, we're holding them back. Their chariots are also being held back. Sure, they have some, but they can't break through. I've got so many capabilities to stop them. Our leader's taking quite a bit of damage fighting all these horsemen, but it looks like it's working out so far. One group of chariots are currently trying to flee, or they're at least going to be back later. I'm not too sure. I guess we'll find out momentarily. They already had a pretty weak army to begin with, and coming at me with a bunch of horsemen was a really bad idea. I've got better range, and they do not have the armor to endure my volleys. That's why they're losing. That's why they're going to lose. And here we go. Berserkers, all trying to get the hell out of here. We have a look at our kills right now. We're looking at 2 kills, 9 kills for the Scions, but it's my archers who are getting most of the kills. And here we go. We have more enemies who are currently pushing towards us. We're focusing on one group at a time, like these marauders over here. And elsewhere, we have our Swift brothers, our group of Silverhelms, who are charging in after more horsemen. Probably not the best idea. Usually you want a tight formation and to keep it all together whenever you have a ranged advantage. But we're still charging out a bit. 30 kills for the Sea Lord. So he doesn't have a lot of kills, but what he did tactically changed up the entire battle. There's not a lot left. They're probably going to break very soon. We've already killed most of them. With every single volley, they just begin to drop. Their numbers are not sufficient. And it looks like we've broken them all. They were way too tired, and losing all of your leaders in the very beginning of a battle is a great way to call it. You can see how few made it to our lines. Another victory for the High Elves. My god, we did it. We won the battle. We didn't lose too many either. They had mostly chariots and horsemen. Those didn't get very far, not at all. We were able to run them through the trees. We were able to beat their leaders before they got to us by using our Eagle Claw bolt throwers. If not for that, then maybe we would have been in trouble, but that was a great victory. We were able to keep them all away. Forced labor, again, absolutely. Now we can have a lot more soldiers. I have no idea how that gives me more elves, but I do appreciate it. It's like, hey, we don't have to do menial labor. We'll make them do menial labor. Also, the Lizardmen declared war on me. Mazdamundi doesn't like me, but thankfully I've got a defensive alliance with much of Ulthuan. They'll be defending me. He won't make it over here. A Helm of Discord. Now that's really good. I'll give it either to my Spellcaster or my Noble. Cleric Haran is gone too. 2 factions gone. All right, it is time for me to leave. Let's get out of here as quickly as we can. Can I come over here and... Ah, here we go. There's my patrol. It doesn't really offer that much more replenishment, so it would be better for me to just get back home. There we are. We're still going. Rank 21. I've given you 1 ability already. We'll put another one into Seaguard Traditions. Again, whenever you have a very powerful lord on a mounted dragon, you can afford to really buff up your units. I mean, the command line is so good to have. Just have stronger units and you'll be okay. Rank 11 for Warden Lavendil. Why don't we put a point over here into Blade Shield? Again, I'm trying to make sure that he's going to survive every fight. You are now rank 3, High Seer, lower loss. I shall give you Earthblood. There we go. No, her dark magic worked out quite well. That really did work out. Here's a promenade. We'll build that because we need a promenade. What else do we need around here that would be quite beneficial? Do we have an Elven embassy anywhere? We've got Elven gardens over here, but we have no Elven embassy. Why not build one on Albion? Kind of a weird location, sure, but we can do that. I might have to race back home in order to help out. No teammates are coming. I have no idea why, but they're not coming my way. Sivan is leading a rebellion to break me down. No allies are helping me out, but again, we should build that Elven embassy. If I do that, it'll unlock new technology, trade advancements. Let's see here. Heroes will have a pretty hard time here. We'll gain more income from trade and ports too in the local region. We don't really have any ports but one, but still, it's more money. And I do need that building to unlock other things. I'm still working on getting rid of corruption, but look at that, only 22%. We have really brought it down. And we were able to defeat a major Venheimling army. There's been many enemies who've declared war on me, only to want a peace treaty on the following turn. I have no idea what the neighbors that I have are thinking, but that's what they have been doing. When it comes over here to Bretonnia, Carcassonne is gone. The Empire is invading Bretonnia. Between Mousillon and the Empire, Bretonnia is done for. I don't know what's going to happen to the king. The king is so powerful, but we'll see in due time. We've got the Hawk Lord Elisir. His name may change in time. We'll find out his true name and backstory. We're still waiting on these enemies to come to us. We could probably fight them now, but it really depends. We'll see. They have, what, 3 groups of spearmen. It'll be a long fight. If they choose to fight me at my walls, we'll easily win. That'll be much more affordable for me. I am losing a lot of my income, but that will change in time. But for now, let's come back home. Let's go look over here real quick, too. My God, look at what Lothern has done to the Druki. I won't need to come up here either. More technology completed. Precise fletching. Look at that. 20% more ammo and 10% more missile damage. We've done it. We're still waiting on that embassy, but for now, we could reduce overall upkeep. Not a bad idea. More money is always quite beneficial. We'll take that right away. Martial law. In times of war, it is best to be prepared for the long haul. And with the Druki not doing well, we could really go wherever we want to. I mean, we could go fight the Aghols, we could come back home. Oh, who's been destroying them? Someone burned a lot of their lands down already. The Venheimlings are the ones that I will be focusing on. Now let's move back into friendly waters. Here we are. Nearly back home. If I didn't have Albion, I wouldn't be able to easily replenish, but now look at that. 2 turns to replenish. Then later, I'll probably move out to the east. We could go fight at Pack Ice Bay. There's a number of locations where we could destroy their lands at. Then who knows where we might end up. Again, it might be prudent for me to go back home. It really depends. When we begin to gain attrition, then I will be sure to sally out and fight. You know what? Let's give him some equipment here. We've got 1 Crown of Authority, providing +3 to armor. 5% physical resistance, +3 to leadership, +6 to public order, and +3 to untainted. So take that. I don't have a weapon for you, but I do have 1 opal amulet. There we are. And here's a Herald of Mathlin. Wait until you have your own new army. If you want to check out his own abilities, he doesn't get a dragon, it seems, but he does get a swift feather rock right over here. This little creature is as mighty and swift as a great eagle. And he also has his own hybrid fleet and land forces too. So we can continue to build up a fleet from what I'm aware of here. And he's going to be all about melee. We're going to probably need another noble and spellcaster to help him out. He's going to really need the aid, especially some magical aid. A lore master would be ideal, but it will take time to get someone new. We shall see. All right, let's get ready now for a new battle. Before we head over to the east, I would like to point out all of the upgrades I'm about to pick up. Like over here, I'm going to get a very special building called Sea Lord Deck. From atop a battle-scarred deck, Ashlyn plans and drills his crew surrounded by his White Lion bodyguard. +2 to capacity for White Lion to Craze, +5 to melee attack when fighting Norscan tribes, and also Dark Elves too, in addition to a further +4 to leadership for my entire army. Oh, and we do get 5 more fleet growth. Great. Then over here, we'll take our support flotilla. It can hardly get safer than your supply line having its own screen squadrons. +12% to replenishment, +1 to horde recruitment capacity, and +10 to growth. So we get 5 more growth total, and 4% more replenishment from our previous upgrade. Not bad. Then over here, we'll take High Sea Marines. The Sea Guard is known for its disciplined efficiency both on board and on preemptive maneuvers. So I'll be able to recruit Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers, Lothern Sea Rangers, and Lothern Sea Guard that have shields. Not bad at all. Now we just need a few turns to make it over to the Pack Ice Bay, and eventually we'll have our battle down here to defend our capital. They are still there, and I still need to fight them. A group of people engaging in insurrection will be put down. They're attempting to take our capital, and if they do, then we'll lose a great deal of progress. Our Sea Lord will need to come back home, delaying any campaign he has going on right now. But we have our Hawk Lord, and even though he is outnumbered, he's going to command these mighty elves, and we will win this battle today. He's been trusted by the Sea Lord to have a victory happen here. Here they come. We're getting into formation as we speak. We have all of our archers on the front lines. Our goal is to go after their archers by focusing volleys. Our Lothern Sea Guard will go after their silver helms, using their spears to keep them at bay and to destroy them. When they flee, when they pull back to cycle a charge, we can use more volleys again. Here comes our spearmen again. We're on the sandy beaches of Cothique. We must have a victory. And here is our initial charge. Killing your own brethren is a deadly and awful affair. To be a kinslayer is not something that we want to adhere to, but it must be done today. And you can see how they're beginning to drop with every focused volley. Keep in mind, I do have technology enhancing the overall prowess of my own archers. So we should be able to outdamage them, even though they have more archers. You can see some of them beginning to break already. If we zoom out and have a more tactical overview of what's happening, we must destroy every archer. We have some spearmen over here, but they're not going to make it. Silver helms came right after them, right from behind. That charge and all the volleys made quick work of them, but now we have a chance to attack more of them. Those silver helms moved back. We still have our noble who's been helping us hold. A brave local who wants to see his home secured. Now he's charging in. It's much easier to see our volleys whenever we're not fighting in those snowy plains. He's been knocked back, but again, it keeps everyone busy. Look at how many have fallen already. They came back. They're still being hit by volleys. And if we move back and see what's going on, they have a lot of spearmen left. Our Lord is charging in, using his own spear and shield. Look at that. He's going for it. That is one disciplined commander. They broke a group of our spearmen. We've taken out many of their archers, so we won that ranged battle, but we need to get rid of all of these spearmen. If we flank them with our archers, we'll have a shot. We'll be able to win the battle. Like over here. It's time for us to zoom out again to see what is going on. Those silver helms have broken. The Lothern Sea Guard that I have, the Storm Riders, have over 60 kills, 70 kills now. You can see what we're doing. We have our archers spread out. One group of spearmen is currently chasing us, but we're bringing in the Lothern Sea Guard, and our leader's holding them back. He's a Sea Helm, a commander at sea. While he keeps their entire group back, our archers are obliterating them. There are so few left. I mean, they were all here in great numbers. Not anymore. I like how he's pulling out his bow to get a point-blank shot. Then he pulls back out his spear for another attack. We have many spearmen left over here. They're killing my poor archers, so we just need to get these volleys out right behind them to finish all of them off. And it's over for all of them. Now we only have their leader to worry about. But I'm sure he's about to leave. There's no way he's going to remain. If we zoom out and look at the battle, you can see that my losses were fairly extensive, but it was all manageable. Storm Riders, 122 kills. Their leader is now leaving. This one group of archers, 150 kills and going up. Our noble is fighting too. Now it's time to execute someone who's become a traitor. You could have fought with all of us, but you chose not to. Dirt on the screen. He's still fleeing. And it's over. We've won. The traitor is dead. My god, that was a brutal battle, but we won it. Sivan, you're dead.
Cannot break us.
That really is not a lot of replenishment. I could take the money instead. 1,000 gold. I do like the idea of getting more gold. We'll take that. I'll have to recruit a few more units for him. He's rank 2. One more enemy gone. Okay. I've got about one turn to get more units for you. Thankfully, because he's got a hybrid fleet going on here where he's able to move to the water and build, or on land and build, we can actually get a few more units, like 5 total. So we're going to go take over here something quick and easy like spearmen. Then we'll take up more Northern Sea Guardsmen. They might not have shields, but they'll still be quite effective. My upkeep will go down, but my income has gone up because, well, my capital is okay. And finally, public order is going up. We do have a promenade, and pretty soon we'll have a theater for even more public order. Things are going up. Things are doing well. Now we have another battle to worry about very soon. A new turn and much more to do. In Tor Koru Ali, we've got a new landmark building to build. The Seafaring High Elves of Cothique built grand edifices into the cliffsides, creating palatial underground cities. We'll be able to recruit nobles here without another building, +5 to public order, +1 to hero capacity for nobles, and a +1 to their rank, so we can actually get another noble. +5% from entertainment buildings, and +25% from all port income. Alright. And we'll gain another noble for our garrison. That'll work out pretty well. Over here is a theater. I do need that. I've got the gold for it. Then I'll need to carefully think about what other building I want here. Sure, having a bigger garrison would be great, but I doubt any enemies will come by. That means I should focus on something else. Trade goods would even be good, but I need something for recruitment currently. That could be a dragon's lair, though affording dragons for a while will be a bit beyond me. Having Sisters of Avalorn, or even a handmaiden, would be better. She offers replenishment, and over here, Sisters of Avalorn hit very hard. I need armor-piercing damage. I don't really have armor-piercing damage, so if I don't pick her up, I'm in trouble. We'll be able to get 2 groups of them. Good. And another new hero. There goes most of my gold. Way over here, we're currently besieging Pack Ice Bay. It's only a minor garrison, so we do not need to fight that battle out. And we will raise it to the ground. There we go, the spoiler. Enemy siege holdout time down by 1. This one will kill until everything that is yours becomes theirs. Even then, they will not stop until death intervenes. Indeed, very dramatic. Okay, so we've got some attrition right now. I could give him a chariot. I do like chariots. I feel like it's a good idea. Anti-infantry capabilities can be quite handy, so we'll try that out for right now. Ithilmar chariot. Excellent elven chariots barded with priceless Ithilmar for extra protection on the battlefield, but at no cost in speed or agility. Now what we can do, we can go after Ice Drake Ford and keep on attacking the Norsemen. We've taken out 2 locations so far. I'm sure if another faction fights them directly, they're going to be very weak. And over here, we have another building to pick up for our new commander. There we go, Sea Patrol. We'll take that. Then I'll just let him grow a bit because I need to save up my gold, and I just need more gold. If we look at what's happening over in the Druchii lands, they're still invading and doing quite well. In fact, Illyrian is invading too. I nearly feel bad for all of the evil up here. They're all dying, and quickly. Now, what's really interesting to me is that I believe the orcs are doing well. The Empire's conquered a lot. The vampire counts are dying. The orcs are still very strong. And I wonder... Wait, hold on. The Shrine of Cain. It's been taken. Malekith, are you over here? Did you take it? Oh dear. That isn't good. Mazda Mundi, I know that you want to fight me, but you're also fighting my people too. Good luck. There's a lot of them. You're in trouble. So what we'll do, we'll fight a few more battles over here on the coastline. Then we'll probably move on down to maybe Estalia or other locations, which means we can combine our 2 forces. And even though I won't have another full army, Hawk Lord can come join us. I think that'll be a good idea. I don't need to bother with any Druchii. They're looking pretty weak. I mean, they're getting conquered pretty fast. If they lose their capital, they're done for. Alariel's rank 22, and she's got that blasted Sword of Cain. If she loses it, that could change things up. But right now, she's conquering a lot. Oh, look at him. He's out here conquering too. They've got a lot of Druchii out here fighting. Anyway, what has been very shocking is really the sheer amount of soldiers that the Van Heimlings have put together. Egil has been quite a threat. Over here we've got another fellow, Shield Smasher, and Gulbranson. Over in the Longship Graveyard, you know who we need to fight. He's rank 22 and has a melee army that could easily destroy anything I have. I could find him, but I wonder, these other armies could join in quickly. That would destroy me. I would have to be able to attack him on the same turn. We've actually completed more technology too. We have martial law, decreasing the overall upkeep for spearmen and archers. Very good. Let's get more armor too. Light Ithilmar armor. There we go. And we have a new agent, a ranger captain. She's a handmaiden, but we'll be changing up her story just a little bit. She'll be joining in too. I still cannot afford a full army for him, but we can get new agents, better characters who can help us out. We need someone mighty. Oh, look at him. I would have better diplomatic relations with men and elves. Any lord I recruit will go up by 2 levels, plus 2 levels for any nobles in the future. In the long term, that could be quite handy. Even though I would rather someone who has more combat capabilities, I mean, that alone is a huge boost. Or over here, we would have a lot more public order, plus 6 to any public order that we need. Now, we'll take him. That's actually pretty cool. And while we have him, we'll take up replenishment. There we go. He's rank 2. We'll need to wait just a little bit. But I'm sure in time we'll have a relatively cheap army to use over here. I'll keep trying to reduce upkeep. We will need more land one day. We just cannot afford it just yet. I'll probably bring down my income to like maybe 200 per turn whenever it's time. Most of my lands are now happy, though not Coron. Coron, what is going on here? Okay. I just need another type of building, like a good theater. Plus 3 the public order. It would go up to plus 8. Yeah, that would counter my issues back at home. We'll probably stop by on our way back there, but it's now about time to go into combat. Can we do it on the same turn? We can. Let's go fight a major battle. Hopefully, we can win. Here's a battle indicating the true difference between the Asur and the barbarians of Norsca. We have a regimented formation with our leader currently attacking some enemies right over here with a storm breath, a dragon's breath, 29 kills total. Instead of going to the side of the map, we're in the middle. I have all of my Lothern Sea Guard right in the middle, my archers right behind them, my spearmen on the flanks, and over here we have 2 companies of our sea companies. The Lothern Sea Rangers are waiting too, my White Lions are moving back, we have our Eagle Claw bolt throwers, and our mounted units right behind. We're keeping a tight formation. They have horsemen on my flanks approaching, and a lot of berserkers. That actually does not work to their advantage. If it was a more traditional battle, then maybe. And right now, Egil, I don't know what he's doing. He's moving slowly. He's in a chariot at near full health. But here they all come right now. We're doing everything we can to get rid of him. Even our Eagle Claw bolt throwers are hitting him. When he does clash, we'll have to use our leader, our Sea Lord, to engage him. Now we have units moving into position. He's charging in right now, using his special abilities, hitting our spearmen, dealing some damage to them. But here comes so many more. We've already taken out many of them. There's the Assault of Stone scroll, unleashing a barrage of stones upon them. And here's our mighty volleys, taking them out before they even reach our lines. Over on the right flank, we have another large attack. We have our mage supporting them, and also our warden. Usually I would use him in a more mobile way because he's in a chariot, but we're going to allow him to stay in melee combat and to really fight for a period of time on his own with all of his men nearby, all of his elves nearby. So there we go. He's attacking right now. Our leader has gone over here to take out their leader, Egil, and he's nearly done for. Excellent. We won't need to really worry about him anymore, so we can focus on his soldiers. You can see how many are just trying to fold on our ranks, but they're unable to truly do so. We have our Sea Rangers right over here at 44 kills. If we keep on looking, my Sea Company's men, they're still holding back a lot of enemies on the left flank. Our leader is also fighting a group of marauders and also their leader, Sterbion. He's being hit by our dragon though. On the right flank, we have spearmen holding them back. We have a mage helping out with Earth Blood being cast every chance she's able to get. Over here, we have some mounted units charging out, helping out our Illyrian Reavers who are losing their battle. There's way too many of them, but we are distracting one portion of their attack. There was one Awakening of the Wood right over here. There's just so much of the battle to catch. That hit at least a few of them, dealing some damage to them. And if we look at it right now, we have our Lothern Sea Guardsmen currently flanking them, destroying them with their volleys. I mean, look at these guys. They're taking shafts to the face every single moment that they charge in. And over here, the Sea Lord has once again defeated their leader. He's fleeing again. We've beaten him. We no longer need to worry about him. He came back in, and our leader's holding back a tide of Norsemen. If we have a look at what else is going on, our Sea Rangers have won another fight on their own, fighting Marauder Berserkers. They have 128 kills. If we look at what's over here on the left flank, this large pocket of soldiers, they're beginning to waver. They lost their leader. They have no will. Even if he comes back, he'll be taken out in one hit. Our Warden has over 70 kills, so alone, even stationary, he was able to destroy so many of them. Out here, our Reavers have had to leave the battle. They took way too much damage, and right now, our Silver Helms are moving back, so we'll need to target more of their units. If we look at what's happening right now, our Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers, or our Val's Vanquishers, they're currently shooting at these horsemen. Over on the left flank, our Sea Lord is still attacking in melee at over 100 kills. There's only a few of them left. We're still releasing volleys and destroying them all. There's not too many. We can use our archers who have so many more arrows now. Because of all of that technology I've picked up and even skills, we've got a lot more arrows. If we didn't, we would lose many battles because of it, or we would lose so many more in our battles. That would be the other outcome. Now they've all broken. So that was a short battle, but very indicative of the true difference between our kind. If they had another army, then sure, I would be in more trouble. If they could sustain their assault on my front lines, yeah, I would have a much bigger issue, but I didn't. We won. But you see how many they took out right over here. That was a lot. The battle is now over. We're just going to chase after however many as we can. First company, Black Rain, 134 kills. Not too many from my artillery, but that is okay. Northern Sea Guard, 179 kills. These were berserkers, man. Look at that. These marauders that have great weapons, only 20 armor. We've got some champions over here, 85, a bit more. Hunters, 20 armor. We've got more champions, 85 armor. But they had a lot more spearmen, and they only had 20 armor as well. Okay, let's leave now. There we are, a close victory. That was a really good fight. We managed to defeat many of them without losing too much. I mean, my infantry got torn apart, sure, but they had such a wide line, we were able to shoot them up before they could really get to us. I mean, my Northern Sea Guard destroyed them. These were largely berserkers and people with great weapons. They didn't have the armor to keep up. And so, we won that battle. Okay, I could sack it for a bit of replenishment. I could occupy it. I don't want to do that, so we'll burn it down and hopefully get the hell out of here before their other two armies can get to us, or we're going to be in big, big trouble. I don't want to be here. That's one location gone. We could keep on moving further down into their lands, burn down a few more, then move away later. Even if they do rebuild, that will weaken them so much other factions could easily take them out. We took out Pack Ice Bay, we took out Troll Ford, and we'll continue to burn down the entire coastline. Then later we'll move on to a new target. We could go anywhere. I mean, for once in Immortal Empires campaign, it would behoove me to actually go to other parts of the world. I can do that. And I would love to take more iconic locations like Sartosa. Yeah, so we'll end up fighting so many different enemies over the course of our campaign, and depending on what evil does. Right now, the Greenskins are doing well, the Empire is doing well, the High Elves are doing incredibly well. I don't know how other evil factions are doing. Let's have a look real quick at strength. Here we go, Clan Scryer. Really? Rank 2 in strength? The Empire, rank 3, okay. The Von Karsteins own 15 locations? Really, but where? Okay. The Southern Empire has largely fallen, and let's have a look over in the Empire real quick. I saw a really strange sight. Okay, you do not have Altdorf. I thought you did, but you do have Kemperbad. Look at Vlad go. I've never seen the campaign play out in the way that it has. I mean, good guys doing well is one thing, but look at that. Krace came over. They took over Fort Bregbress, or Bergbress. I got that completely wrong. Anyway, before I butcher more names, I think we're about ready to end our turn. The Empire's taken Marienburg too. Wow. What a wild campaign. Okay. I'm just trying to really think about what the end game will look like. We're at turn 60 because we've been ending a lot of turns, but we're allowed to do that because we're playing tall. We're not conquering the entire map. I've got my goals. My goals right now is to destroy the Norsemen, or to destroy most of them. And right now we are doing that. We're keeping Ulthuan quite safe by the actions that we are committing to. The Lizardmen will be moving up. I don't know if they will be able to win. Maybe they can, maybe they won't. Oh, look at that. Krace has another army way over here too. The High Elves are really working together. There is another army coming after us, but we can leave for right now. If they rebuild that location, we'll take care of it. But now it's time for me to move along. The Bay of Blades. Oh, you've been captured by a rogue army. And hold on, greenskins are over here to Tower of Crack? What is going on over in Kislev? I nearly want to sell over to find out, but it doesn't really matter too much. We do have one more location to burn down. Why don't we start moving way down over here to the Ice Drake Ford? Our Norscan raids are nearly over. If we just burn down one more location, I'll feel pretty confident about that. I would like maybe some Imperials to go up there too. I mean, I weakened them. It's your turn to go fight. Now for you, Warden Lavendale. If I give you more melee defense, I mean, that's only a good call. He's dealing a lot of damage on that chariot. I like that chariot a lot. What do we have over here? Invocation of Isha, 10 turns total. That would allow me to actually move into their lands to burn down more of what they have. So we could, theoretically, for 10 turns, wage war without having to deal with a lot of attrition in Norsca. Let me know if you want me to do that, or if I should begin to move down here to Talea and Estalia, and if I should just begin to move to other parts of the world. Let me know what you think, but we're done for right now. Thank you for watching. Leave a like down below. Look forward to more later. And what the hell is going on? Lizardmen are over here in Ulthuan. The world is weird. We're going to make it right again.